Not here.
That's sad.
Are you in South Florida?
Like as far south as you can get.
Gotcha.
All right. We got the show rolling. Let's go ahead and play the intro, and we'll get down to business. All right. In that. Well, how y'all doing? Nice to have everybody back on at the same time. It hadn't happened in a while. How's it going?
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
I know we got Dina. We got two of them here that's probably short timers looking forward to their graduation and stuff coming soon. I guess it's an exciting time of the year. Tally, I seen your prom picture, so I know that went well. Brianna, how's things going for you as you're getting ready to end your high school career?
Pretty good. The basketball and softball team are figuring out times to all meet and do awards and celebrations. So within the next week, because graduation's next Friday, so we're trying to get all that in. But it's going pretty good. Getting ready to send out announcements and all that. I'm a little late on that, but
When's your graduation, Brianna?
May 28th.
When's yours, Tally?
May 29th.
Have they are y'all gonna have like full amounts of people there, or like what's the deal?
They came out today and sent us like the new protocols. It's an open ceremony, no mask for anyone, and no social distancing will be enforced either. So that's really exciting.
That's good. They haven't said anything yet since the new rule came out. But I know at first we could only have 8 tickets per student. So I'm hoping soon they'll announce that we can have more people up here within the week.
Yeah. No kidding. Looking forward to seeing a lot of those restrictions lifted. I know Governor Cooper already done that. Dina, I saw you were busy this weekend at one of the VTO combines. How did that go?
I was busy all weekend. I went to Rock Hill on Saturday and watched some 7-on-7. The Carolina Stars, who they have a lot of great kids from North Carolina on the team. I saw Christian Hamilton, who's the top player in the 23 class. He's a wide receiver from Hickory Ridge. I saw him. I saw Wesley Grimes, a wide receiver, 2022 kid from Millbrook. And then I also saw Noah Rogers from Roseville, 23 wide receiver. He just got through playing in the state championship game. They all play for Coach Anthony Boone, who was a star in Union County and played quarterback at Duke, and it's turned into a pretty good 7-on-7 guru down there in the Charlotte area.
Yeah, he's good, and he was real good at Duke, and I knew that he was doing real well in that scene. You spoke of Rogers. Man, he put on a show at the state championship. Had a few really electric plays. Had a incredible looking kick return that went about 60 yards, 70 yards. Had it not been for the Vance kicker, he would have probably kept running. And, I still say, looking back at that game, that Byron Brown played that game essentially on one leg, in my opinion. So it was, I felt like they were hamstrung, but what little bit of big plays they made were certainly big ones. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of offers before I come on tonight. He had just got offered by Oregon, so
Wow.
a lot of schools are getting on him. And I spoke to him down there, and he's a really, really nice kid, well spoken, humble. And so that was on Saturday, and then Sunday we had our first VTO High School regional showcase at Rocky River, and had around 125 kids. We had several middle school kids that showed up and come played with the big boys and stuff. Had some special visitors that came by. I posted Javari Reed, who's currently at UNC, a freshman. It's weird he's a freshman, but he's also basically still considered basically a senior in high school, because he told me he was going to walk in graduation line in the next week. So that's kind of funny. But he was there supporting his younger brother Janal, who plays at Glenn, and some other Glenn kids there. And of course, we had a big surprise. We had former Richmond County legendary defensive end linebacker Melvin Ingram, who played at South Carolina and got drafted with the Chargers. He came there and he spoke to the kids, and what a great speaker to have, somebody that has done what these kids are hoping to accomplish. So he was there watching his nephew, who plays at Richmond. So it was we had great weather at Rocky River. So we had a great camp, and I'm looking forward to the next one. We're supposed to be at Kings Mountain Saturday, and at John Paul Catholic in Greenville, North Carolina on Sunday. So looking forward to it.
I was going to ask, I knew Vince and the whole VTO staff was putting on these, like quite a few of them. I was going to ask you in the next one, but you pretty much answered that question. That should get some really good looking players down there in Cleveland County.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they are a hotbed for football, so we decided to go there and worked with Coach Lloyd to set that up. So we're real excited about getting to go to Kings Mountain Saturday.
Yep. Chelsea, don't go away. I'll get back to you, but I want to go to you, Jack, to kind of continue talking about some football. You told me right before we went on line about a coaching change. Farmville Central made a big hire, and I think it's a pretty big hire. Why don't you tell everybody who the Jaguars selected?
Yeah, so Farmville Central hired Ron Cook today as their new head football coach. I think it's a great hire. I think that program has a lot of potential to really contend for conference championships. I mean, you see with basketball, they have athletes everywhere on the campus. So if you can just get them to play football and play together as a team, I think that's a great job to take. And I think if somebody was going to put the program back to winning seasons, they would be he'd be a great candidate.
Well, and Ron Cook has been at some good programs. He's here, the head coach here most recently at Pamlico County, had been in Texas, head coach down in Lumberton, Red Springs. I've known Coach Cook for years. And I think that he's got the personality. I've always thought, and a lot of coaches from the Greenville area had told me that they thought that Farmville job was a diamond in the rough, kind of just waiting for the right guy. And maybe, he might be that kind of guy that can get some of those basketball players that you mentioned out, because I don't think there's any shortage of talent going on out there. So we'll keep our eyes open for that. Chelsea, didn't want to forget about you. How's everything going up in the capital city?
Good. Haven't been to a sporting event for high school since Rollsville State Championship, but I know you were there, Chris, and that was a great game to watch.
Well, I hate that. I didn't know that you were there, and I was up in the press box. I hate that I missed you. I certainly came down and said hello.
I was way at the bottom.
Yeah, so it's all good. Well, good deal. And you picked a really good game to go. I mean, I know it ended up 35-14, but that was a much better game than the 35-14 score may indicate. 20-14 at the half. In fact, Rolesville was kind of flirting with kind of taking all the momentum there towards the half. But as I mentioned a second ago, Byron Brown playing with one leg essentially with a hip injury. You could just tell he was hurt and also just doing his best to make some throws. I do think, and I don't know that we want to have a preseason 21 fall little ranking right now. And by the way, I'm going to be releasing a final NCPreps ranking as well. Just waiting to do that this week. But I don't know if I would say that there's any two teams that I would pick above Rolesville and what will be Chambers this year. Vance changing their name to Julius Chambers. I think those two teams are the favorites coming back. Dina, do you have any input on that?
Yeah, I mean Rolesville is they're young, and Coach Samick, I mean he's building a powerhouse there in Wake County, and like you said, Chambers. That's too straight for quote Vance. You know, they're just going to reload, and so I would agree with you that all eyes will be on those two teams.
Yeah. By the way, if you hear this obnoxious little ding you may have heard, it's my alarm system has the most loud ring. So anytime the kids go into the pool out back, it's exceptionally loud. So I really wish I was out there in the pool, but we'll get there later on tonight. Turn the lights on, kind of play some country music.
Drink you a sun drop. Send me a Snapchat of slaying on the float.
I might do that now that you say that. And by the way, I do have Dale over me drinking a sun drop, so I wanted to kind of put that product placement out there. Well, hey, one of the main reasons I wanted to have for our show tonight is we don't know if we're going to have all six of us together at one place again with Tally and with Brianna leaving, and I really wanted to make sure we celebrated what you two have brought to the team. I know both of you have been hit or miss, and some of the times you could come on because you're out playing sports, which is what I told you to do to begin with. So we don't mind that at all. But Brianna, I'll start with you, just because B comes before T. And Brianna, by the way, you were the first person that we signed on, so you got to get the seniority right here. But just want to maybe get your take on the year and the experience that you've had, maybe the fun you've had, talk about being on the team, and maybe what you think you can take from this into your next endeavors.
I had so much fun. This was definitely like an experience that you probably get once in a lifetime. Obviously if you're a senior, it's one thing that you get to do once in a lifetime, but it was so much fun getting to go and see these like super athletes that are always on TV or anything, always in the media. It was so much fun getting to go and see them and kind of like see how big and strong they were and see them in person. It was pretty cool to do that. And then being able to post on social media about these players and give them the coverage that they deserve from East to West Coast of North Carolina. It was so much fun to be able to do that for all these athletes and constantly talk to them all the time. And then it was really nice during softball and basketball to have NCPreps covering me and Tally. That was really nice to have y'all posting about us and supporting us. So that was really, really nice. I loved it. And I know going into college, I'm usually outspoken anyway, but this really helped me be able just to talk to a bunch of random strangers and really get to take them. And I'm going to take this because I have to do like a lot of writing classes and all that. So journalism really came into key here. So I'm really appreciative of it.
And Tally, I want to throw it out to you for the same question. Just any thoughts or remarks you want to put about the incredible year that you've had as well.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Okay. Yeah, like Brianna said, like this was an awesome experience for me. I kind of knew going in that I wanted to major in like media and journalism, get into sports broadcasting, but like once I joined the team, like I was like I'm dead set on it. And so as you guys know, like I'm going to Chapel Hill. I'm in the School of Journalism already, and so I'm super excited for that. But I'm also really appreciative of all this stuff because I feel like I'm going to have an edge on some of those other students where I've already learned how to talk to people. And like Brianna said, talking to these freak athletes. I remember talking to Jalen Walker at the VTO Sports King earlier this year, and then he just got named like the Gatorade State Player of the Year. And it's just crazy to have had all these experiences and be able to talk high school sports. And like Brianna said, just being able to that you guys were able to cover us as well. Like that was awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And Dina, I know we talked a couple days or so about this, and I hope with your role with Tar Heel Illustrated and Rivals that we can maybe try to find a way to get Tally some time working with the Heels next year. I think that would be a perfect marriage.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, she's going to a very good journalism school, and she talks about talking to elite athletes. She's going to be talking. She gets anything there at UNC, working around some very elite athletes, and who knows, she may have covered a kid or two in high school, and now they'll be in college now. So, but yeah, I thought that was cool. You both, well, all four of you have grown tremendously, but you two seniors, I remember the first camp y'all covered, and here we threw you out like to the wolves. I said, go ahead, go find you someone to interview. And y'all picked some really good ones. We had some really talented athletes out there at that first one. So y'all done really good.
Yeah, no kidding, Dina. I'm still going to say this, Tally, till I'm blue in the face. And and I've had this conversation with your dad as well. I still think you need to walk on the softball team, but that's just me.
I'm really thinking about it. I'm really considering it.
Conference Pitcher of the Year.
I know.
Yes.
Come on.
I know. I'm really thinking about it. I'm just not quite sure yet.
No, there's nothing to think about. I think that's the answer. But hey, you know what? You might not be a starter. You might not play a lot. Who knows? But I just think the experience of having that on your resume, I think that will go a long way, especially in the journalism or even sports journalism side. I think that's something you can hang your hat on.
Yeah.
But anyway, Jack, we'll go to you next. I agree with what Dina said. I mean, the growth of all of you has been pretty remarkable. I remember our first 2 or 3 shows, and it was. I don't want to use the word tough because you weren't prepared or you didn't know what you're talking about. But certainly the camera presence and the comfort level is amazing now compared to back in August and so of last year. But Jack, you've certainly branched out. You've played a lot of sports as well. I've seen the pictures of you killing it out there on the field, doing your photos and stuff, and at the state championship games. And I hate that I was at the Raleigh ones when you were in Chapel Hill. I'd love to have seen you and got a picture with you. But tell us how your year's gone.
I mean, it's really been a great opportunity. Some of the stuff that we've gotten to do, like going to the camps or getting weekly interviews. I mean, it's just been opportunities that not a lot of people get. Just like the first interview that I did was Kamaro Edmonds, and he's going to be at UNC this upcoming year. So it's just, I mean, without NCPreps, that would have never happened. So I think just doing stuff like that, and also having the media pass to get into all the games was a huge help. And then after the games, being able to write articles on them, taking pictures for NCPreps, stuff like that. It was just, it was a great opportunity, and I'm excited to continue, hopefully, next year.
Oh, well, I'm sure you've already got a position on the team. I don't think the hopefully part, unless your mom or dad has something to say about it. I know that your school was able to give you some credit and well-deserved. Yes. But I want to ask you this, and me and Dina would probably laugh about this, and I'd really like to get your mom to chime in. How many miles you've drug her and your dad around taking you to places? Because I know it's been hard on them as well.
We've been to 4 sports media this season. I think we've been to Rock Hill 2 or 3 times, which is about a 5 to 6 hour drive. We've been to Raleigh or Wilson a ton of times, like over 5, and going to places like Farmville Central. I think we may have went to Wilmington once. It's been a lot. And definitely shout out mom and dad, since I can't drive yet. They had to drive me everywhere. So, yeah, they definitely help with being able to drive to all these crazy places that I like to go.
Now, when do you when you go get your driver's license? You another year away from that?
Yeah, I'm a year away, so I have my permit right now, and I actually need to start driving more because I haven't really driven by myself. I haven't driven a lot yet, so I need to get on that so I can get my license soon, and then I can go to places without my parents having to drive me.
Yeah. You guys may not believe me, but I've been driving since I was probably about 11 or 12, maybe even before that, just growing up out in the country. And, Dina, back in those
Yeah.
days, when I say those days for me, like the early 80s or give or take the mid 80s, North Carolina and the country back in them days was probably a different world than what we're used to today.
Oh yeah, we just go down the road. Nobody would bother you. Just learn on your own. By the time I got in high school, I was a pro when I had to take driver's ed and everything. Living
We
on a
used to,
farm.
oh, I'm sorry, Dina, I
I
didn't.
said I said living on a farm and tractors and lawnmowers and stuff. So yeah, a lot different today.
We in the rural kind of on the farm. Not we weren't farmers, but we kind of lived on the farm and kind of the outskirts of the farm, I guess, in a little trailer. And kind of on the farm area that we lived, there was just this old, I don't know, '76 model Chevrolet full size truck that always had the keys in it that belonged to my neighbor's grandfather, and he just left it out there on farm trails or whatever. And so you just pick it up and go driving. We drive through the woods or out on the dirt roads or whatever all the time, and that's just kind of what we did back then. Never thought anything about it. But anyway, well, Tally, oh, not Tally. I'm sorry. What done been to you, Chelsea? Kind of ask you the same question. I've seen you grow a lot. I've seen a huge interest in basketball for you, and you did a great job pulling in some female athletes and some different talent throughout your part of the state. Tell us a little bit about how you felt about this year, and maybe how you feel like this year will prepare you for moving forward. I know you still got a couple years of high school to go, but just in maybe if it opened your mind to different horizons, whether in journalism or just whatever.
Yeah, starting off, I think basketball is what I had the most interest in. But a lot through Deanna, I learned so much about football, going to those VTO combines, getting outside of Sanderson, got to meet some really great football athletes, who I really do hope and think will have great careers in college and hopefully beyond that. The media pass, loved that a lot. Got to go to some awesome games when COVID, wouldn't normally allow me. And then just interviewing these athletes, who I was already big fans of, got to know them personally and got to see them grow through going to their games and just, talking to them individually. And just got to meet some great people. Loved meeting y'all. And I look forward to next year.
Cool. Well, us as well, and I certainly do. Well, Dina, I don't know how much more sports we have, but we did have a big. I don't know if you guys saw the news, and it hadn't really, truly even been reported yet. But I don't know if you guys seen it floating around on Twitter. Myers Park announced last week that they were not going to bring back Mark Harmon, who was the head coach on an interim level. He went undefeated the regular season, lost in the regional finals to Vance, but he was not retained as the head football coach. And it was kind of put out today that Curtis Fuller, former Carolina Panthers coach and NFL cornerback, is going to be the new coach at Myers Park. He had been the defensive coordinator on the staff, and actually it was Coach Chadwick that hired him a couple years ago. What do we think about that hire? Nobody knows it.
Well, I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I've spoken to Coach Harmon, and he's a great guy. I hate it for him. To step in the situation he did when Coach Chadwick got a new job up and working with Maryland football. I thought Coach Harmon did a great job keeping that program together. I mean, they also lost some kids to, a kid like Drake May, your phenom quarterback who early enrolled, and some other kids. So he kept it together, and they had a really good season. Unfortunately, they got beat by Vance, and I hate it for him. Um, but I know he'll bounce back. He's a good football coach.
Yeah, no, I agree, and and I think we lost Tally again. I know her internet's going in and out. I agree, and I hope that Mark Harmon's probably the most class act person you'll ever meet. So I wasn't Tally. I'm sorry, it was Jack. And Tally, you don't look like Jack, so please don't take that any offense to that. And Jack, I don't mean you look like Tally either. I'm not trying to make any accusations there. But no, I mean Mark Harmon's about his quality of person, and you go 8-9-1, 8-1 in a season in which you lost some of your best players, including your quarterback, who everybody knew that's headed to Chapel Hill, who most likely will be taken over in a year when Sam Howell goes off to the NFL. So he was put in a very non-winnable, or at least a not good situation. It came out pretty good.
I know my Twitter DMs and emails and text messages have been going crazy with a lot of coaching jobs opening up, coaches needing games. So if any coaches are out there listening, you can go on our site. We have a board just special for that to post any, or if you're not a member and not signed up or whatever, you can always send them to me or tag me on Twitter. I will actually take some credit helping my local high school schedule a game. Starmount was needing a game, and I knew a couple of other schools that was needing, so I kind of orchestrated Starmount going to Pine Lake Prep this fall.
Oh, good. So, that's going to be a good game.
Yeah, and I'm pretty interested about going there because I want to see that gray turf. So, but Coach Grinton at Starmount was really excited, and Coach Trotter, he was excited. So, it's playing somebody that you've never played before, it's kind of gets a little exciting. And with the new conferences and the new classifications, there's a lot of trying to find opponents and some non-conference opponents, just let me or Chris know, and we'll try to help you out. We'll get some funny ones like some of these. I'll say a school needs in the western part of the state, and then a 4A will answer, and I'm like, well, they're a 1A. They don't want to play you. They're not going to play you 4A. So just let us know. And but yeah, like John said, there's baseball going on now, and we just had the softball finals, and it's just been a very busy year for all kinds of sports.
Well, I would like to say, Camden County, my dad's alma mater, won a state championship for the first time out of any sport at the high school. So, wow, pretty cool.
I saw that they said they could. Don't Jay Blake have a listing of schools that have not won a state championship?
Yeah.
Someone said, take us off the list.
Yeah.
So congratulations to all the champions in all the sports this week. I couldn't keep up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no question. Congrats to all of them. I want to throw it back out to any of you guys because I really don't have a lot for tonight. I was going to ask, had a couple big coaching hires come on with Chris Metzger leaving Pinecrest. I don't think any of us really thought that would happen a couple years ago, but he took the big jump and is going to Montgomery County, Montgomery Central. Any other big jobs out there surprise you, Dina, or anybody?
Well, like you said, Coach Metzger has done an awesome job at Pinecrest. I mean, I remember when Pinecrest was just no disrespect, but I
Terrible.
remember when
They were going to shut down the
they were
program.
basically the laughing stock. I mean, they could not. They had very poor teams. No disrespect to anybody at Pinecrest, but Coach Metzger he turned it around and made them into a solid football program that have sent a lot of kids on to the next level. And I have a feeling that Montgomery Central is going to have some of the same success that Metzger brought to Pinecrest.
Yeah, no, I agree. It wasn't too long ago that West Montgomery was in about 2 state championships within the last decade or so. So there's certainly talent there. Somebody just needs to bring them together. Jack, I'll throw this one to you because I know you're our baseball guy. This is looks like we got baseball still going on until about June the 11th.
Private schools just finished state championships. I think 1A, Grace Sanford won. 2A, the Burlington School won. No, sorry, 2A, Wayne Country Day won. Sorry. It was Wayne Country Day versus the Burlington School. 2A, Wayne Country Day won. 3A, Hickory Grove won. And 4A, Charlotte Christian won. And that Charlotte Christian, Wesleyan Christian has the number 1 2025 pitcher in the country. He's 6'7" and throws probably high 80s, low 90s. He's insane, and he's an 8th grader in high school.
Wow.
His brother, I think his brother plays college baseball, but yeah, he's really good. So, and Charlotte Christian won. They have a pitcher going to Clemson and a pitcher going to Florida. So, and then public school still in regular season right now.
Good deal. I'm sure you guys will keep everyone abreast of the news with baseball. Jack, how can people on the Instagram page find what we're doing? Because I know you've done a great job promoting that.
Yeah, so if you go into Instagram and go into the searching bar and you type in NCPreps.rivals, the page should come up. We need 3 more followers to hit 1,500.
All right.
Yay.
Yay.
Really great.
Yeah.
Good job to everybody.
Like 5 times
a new page.
Yeah.
Good deal. Well, let's keep that up, guys.
Yeah.
I want to throw it off to you. Dean, I don't really have a whole lot more. We've been at it about 30 minutes, which is what I thought we'd go tonight with no interviews. But Brianna, Tally, I want to give you the floor if any of you wanted. Just any final thoughts from you. Again, we're really proud of you. I know I'm proud of all of you, but what you guys have accomplished and the growth that I've seen in you. But any of you want some final thoughts on the way out?
I'm just really grateful to be able to do this. Oh, sorry, Tally.
Well, go ahead, Tally. We'll let you go first.
Yeah, you can go.
I was just going to say thank you to you guys for making all this possible, working with our schedules, and awesome experience. And I learned a lot, and I'm really grateful to have this internship.
Absolutely. And we've got some applause and some nice little things here. Congrats to you guys. Stevie, the door's open if you want to make the trip down here. The pool's open. We can have the postseason pool party. We'll bring some nachos, and I'll get a snow cone machine or something like that. We'll make it fun. So come on. It's just a short drive. It's not that far. All right. And Brianna, I know you were trying to talk. So why don't you go ahead and take it?
I just want to say that I'm really grateful for this opportunity and getting to meet everybody and become really close. And I'm hoping, even though I'm going to college, that I can pop in on a couple shows and talk to you guys about college and all that and how sports are going there. So
cool. Absolutely. And I think, and I think Dina would agree. I think anybody that's on the team, always has a standing offer to come back and join us and let us know how you're doing in school and things like that. So by all means, and I still say this, Tally, and well, not you, Tally, your dad would kill you right now, but Brianna, I mean, we better get at least an invitation or some sort of something for when you have the big day.
Yes, of course. I promise you guys will get something. I promise.
Now with my new homestead and where I'm at, I may or may not come, and I'll certainly send you a gift certificate or something.
Okay.
So when is the day? Has it been said?
No, we don't really have like certain plans right now. We're gonna see how I settle into school and everything, and we'll probably go from there. But I'll let y'all know first when we get something.
Jack will have a really good graphic for that.
Yes, yes, please.
Committed
to NCPreps wedding.
Brianna Broom is committed to whoever your fiance is.
Yeah, we want to get him on the show. We need to make sure that we all approve.
Yes, I'll get him on here sometime, I promise.
He's not like sitting right there to the side, is he?
No, he's not. I'm in my bedroom all by myself.
No, you don't have to. You don't. All right. Well, good deal. Well, Dina, I want to toss it to you as always and give you the kind of the final word and let you take us home tonight.
I've enjoyed it, and we'll meet up again the next time. I'm not sure when that will be, but I've really enjoyed having all you guys on here, and like Chris said, I've enjoyed seeing y'all progress, and remembered when the first time y'all got in front of the camera, you're a little camera shy. Yours truly was as well, but it helps to more you're on camera, the more interviews to do, it'll just seem like natural. So with that said, if anybody else has anything else to say, I'm good to go.
Well, the only other thing is, Tally and Brianna, you might need to recommend 2 people to come take your place for next year.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing. And we certainly, and Dean, I'll say this, of all the athletes we've covered over the years, I think doing this might be one of the more prouder accomplishments I've had in the 15 or 20 years of doing what we do. So, I mean, this has been really cool to see you guys.
We give a talk about the platform for the athletes, covering the athletes, giving them exposure. We've got a little niche right now where we're helping build the next generation of people that want to cover.
Yeah,
no kidding. So, I'm not getting any younger.
We're helping 2 branches. We're covering the athletes, and then we're helping the future media. So I take really pride in that. So
absolutely,
I've enjoyed it. And when y'all were on some big TV show or ESPN, maybe you'll remember me and Chris.
Yeah.
Throw out a shout out.
Absolutely. Well, guys, that's going to do it. You're all welcome back on the show anytime, and can't wait to do it again next year. Again, Brianna and Tally, it's up to you to find new replacements. We never told you that in the beginning, but that's just kind of how it is now. But I think you all set the bar really high, and we can't wait till next year. For Dina and Jack and Chelsea and Tally and Brianna and everybody else here that's done this, we appreciate you for the year. I think the fall season's less than 90 days away, so it won't be too long.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, we appreciate it. We're going to roll this music one last time. And wait, hold on. We got one more comment. Happy trails till fall. Good deal. Good deal. We're going to roll this music one more time, and we'll see y'all next time.
Thank y'all.
Bye.
Bye.